Well, grab your jacket, get your keys, find that record you please. It's Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. Go, Johnny G, go. Find that rare one you never know at Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live on this Sunday evening. Want to welcome you to the 50s and early 60s edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. We will continue with where we left off. We left off in 1957 yesterday at a little bit after midnight here, but I'm more on time today. I apologize for messing up that record there a little bit. That was a request for Amy King, but got to really thank David Browder in our YouTube chat room for the jingles that he created for Johnny G. So thank you, David, for that. As we open up, I try to open up all my shows with a jingle now, which is pretty cool. I guess got to save them in a place where I can easily find them. But anyway, welcome to the Vinyltreasure Show this March 8th, 2025. And we opened up with a request for Amy King, this band formed in Toledo, Ohio. Oh, wait, this is not the one that I picked. Okay, I thought I rewrote this, but I guess I did not pick up the one I did. But anyway, the group included Johnny Paris, a.k.a. Johnny Posick. I think that's how you pronounce it. He was on sax. Paul Tesluck on organ, Dave Yorko on guitar, Lionel Butch Mattis on bass, and Bill Littleboy Savage on drums. And this was their second release on Morty Craft's Warwick record label. This group out of Toledo, Ohio, Johnny and the Hurricanes. Their second of five, probably their biggest hit also. Biggest hit number 5 on actually Billboard Cashbox and the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record on WOKO in Albany, New York, by request for Amy King. We have I got something coming up for Amy in the 1959 block, kind of like a comparison thing that she recommended. But anyway, I want to welcome everybody to the program. Hope you had a great day. It was kind of warmed up kind of quickly today. I'm not really used to these temperatures so quick. I mean, it's 56 now, but it was a little bit warmer today. All the snow is finally dissipating here. I got a new landscaper coming in. I hope he calls me on Monday or Tuesday. We'll see how that goes, but a busy week for Johnny G. But anyway, let's start it off here with the vocal portion. I'm going to start it off with 1958. Everything is, well, we're starting with 58, but I think we end with 64 with an ultra rare record. But that could be considered a collector's corner. But let's open up tonight's vocal portion with a flip side from the February 21st, 2026 show. I featured this group of brothers from Cincinnati, Ohio, the Eley Brothers. I opened up that show with their first of two on George Goldner's Gone record label, a song called I Wanna Know, Baby, Will You Be Mine? Well, let's flip it over because the flip side is also a cool rockin' tune. It features Ronald Isley on lead. From February 58, we open up the vocal portion with the great Eley Brothers on Gone. The song is called Everybody's Gonna Rock and Roll. Here you go, the Eley Brothers. There you go. That is the sound of the Eley Brothers here on the Sunday evening show. Did I announce Red River Rock? Did I even announce that record? I wasn't sure. I just showed it up there, and I didn't even talk about that. It comes out of multiple label variations because I was looking for better copies. I forgot to mention, and that's a West Coast maroon copy. But the other two vinyls that I had were red with the deltas in the dead wax, so that was kind of weird. I thought possibly, well, maybe the early Warwicks. I mean, I got some. I thought they were styrene. It's kind of weird because it's got like the Columbia press, but it's like a vinyl press. There must have been a pressing plant out there. Anyway, but that is a cool tune. I have to say, it really is. I like that tune there by the Eley Brothers. Their first of two on Gone Records, February 1958. Everybody's going to rock and roll here on the Vinyltreasure Show. If you are new to this program, finding out for the first time, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. The more subscribers we have, the better off Johnny G is. I'm telling you, really is. Gets me a little bit more time before the AI bots start attacking my show. But anyway, so here is a flip side from, I think it was maybe, I opened the show with the flip side of this tune, another group out of Cincinnati, Ohio, the Students. I played their debut single called Every Day of the Week. I forget what day that was, but listen, I couldn't file it back without playing the ballad side. It's such a great tune and was so popular for so many years, would be played on the oldie stations all over the United States. And I'm featuring the True First Press, which is on the Note record label, Jerry Herman's Note Records. Of course, you may get it I got to change. Every time I think of I think of Note Records, I think of Big Dave Swinger. But anyway, anyway, so let's give this a spin. It's a great ballad from July 1958. It features Leroy King on lead, their first of two on the Note record label, The Students with I'm So Young. Here you go, The Students. Oh, such a great tune that is, really. You know, you're talking about what? A kiddie lead there, teenagers singing lead with the group there. What a great tune that is, I have to say. Brings back lots of memories of that. My aunt didn't have the 45, not even on the Checker label, but she had the one of the Murray the K LPs. I don't know if it was for Golden Gassers or whichever one it was, but I used to see that chess logo. I don't know if it was the blue chess, because she had one on black chess and one on blue chess, but they were different things. One was submarine race watching, and the other one was like Golden Gassers or whatever, and it was a compilation album, and that song was on there, and the flip side too, I think, both sides, and that's where I really was exposed to that record at a young age. But there you go. Sound of the Students, Leroy King on lead, their debut single from July 1958, originally on Note Records. You may have it on the Checker label. Let us continue here. Want to check, this is a request. We're in the 1958 block, and I started off with two records from 58. We're gonna continue. This is a request for Frank and Jerry Gingaro in our YouTube chat as we go out to the West Coast. But I want to say first, that I listened to the Rhythm and Blues Serenade today, which I always do, and I heard Gordon was on first, and he did a great show, and so did Frank Gingaro, and I needed to check his opening instrumental. Hold on a second. I got to check. You see my messy book? This is my messy book that has all the records in it. And look at how destroyed it is. Okay? But I have a nice new copy. I'm away from the mic, too. So let me just check something on Jamie. I think you said, Frank, it was Jamie 1102, right? Jamie, I just want to check it. I wanted to do it before the show, but I could easily find Jamie here. International Arts. Here we go. Jamie. 1164. Jamie. You said it was 1102, right, Frank? I think you said that. 1102. No, see, the Ernie Fields Orchestra. Strolling After School. I don't have it checked off, Frank, so I don't have that. That's got to be a hard record, I have to say. But anyway, I heard that. That was pretty cool. There was it was an instrumental with the early Ernie Fields Orchestra, and there were girls behind them just kind of singing, which I think Bob Bosco identified or said it was the Blossoms. I would have thought it was Ricky Page and her daughter and whatever. But anyway, you have to listen to the Rhythm and Blues Serenade with Frank Gingaro and Gordon Skagberg. It was on today on WRHU FM 88.7 at 3 p.m., 3 to 5, and also live streaming on the internet at WRHU.org. And it was a great show today, Frank, really, and Gordon. And this is a request for Frank and Jerry Gingaro as we go out to the West Coast. And this group has been a mystery over the years. Okay, so I did some research into this record here that Frank requested. And I looked at the writer credit on this, and the writer credit is Buddy Lee, who wrote both sides of this 45. And I think he is the lead singer, and he would resurface in 1962 with a release on the Skoina labels and Brunswick label. And it sounds like the same guy. That's what I say. So I think it's him on lead with his group called the Plaids, Plaids. And there is, if you like floating tenors in the background, there's a floating tenor on this, and I do like floating tenors from October 58 by request for Frank and Jerry Gingaro, the Plaids on Liberty Records. The song is called Hungry for Your Love. Here you go, Frank and Jerry, the Plaids.
I want you, my darling, to give
I like that record. Always did. That one there going out to Frank and Jerry Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. That's sound of the Plaids. The Plaids on the Liberty record label, October 1958 release. Hungry for Your Love, I Say Buddy Lee is on lead. Frank agrees with me. And I passed it up because Greg had a stock copy in his collection. If it was Stone Mint, I think I would have taken it. But I forget where I won that. I think I won that in a John Tefteller auction a long, long time ago. Anyway, Johnny G here on a Sunday. It's our second get-together of the weekend. I really did a test to see how this show would turn out on Sundays. I thought maybe you might have too much of Johnny G, but I see that that is not the case. I have to thank all my listeners that tune into the program here. We are continuing with the request. It gives me a little time to add some things to the program. But here is a request. We are in the 1958 block for listener Chris Reed as we go to Philadelphia, PA, for this group. And they named themselves after an Oldsmobile. I think that's what it was. It a 90 is it called a 98 Starfire? Was that a car? I think it was a car. Whatever this information is, a Starfire convertible, I think it was called. Now, the group included Harold Webb, Bernard Johnson, Bobby Holland, William Lefty Wright, and the lead singer of the group, his name was Wally Osborne. Collectively, they were known as the Starfires, and this is their debut single. I don't know if this is really George Goldner's label. It's probably Goldner and somebody else, but it's definitely the Goldner Matrix numbers, and it says distributed by Gone Records. So maybe he owned it, or it was some kind of conglomerate that he was involved in lots of things. But anyway, it's on the Bernice label out of New York City. It's from 1958, and it goes out to listener Chris Reed. The Starfires on Bernice. It's called Yearning for Your Love. Here you go, Chris, for you, the Starfires.
Why can't you love me like you never have loved before? Why must I go on begging for your love, which I need? Why
Listen, Johnny G getting caught all over the place here for the last couple days. But anyway, that's a cool record. It is. Originally, Greg sold me not that copy. That's his copy. He sold me another kind of odd-looking press, and I wasn't really too happy with whatever pressing plan it was in, but it was an original. And when I see this one is like this label called Bernice Records, because what's it got? Billy the Kid. What is it? Billy the Kid and the Somethings. Okay, on Bernice Records. It looks very similar to that style of label. Maybe kind of when he was involved with Scepter also. Okay, he was distributing Scepter Records in the early beginning and whatnot. Anyway, but there you go. That one there going out to listener Chris Reed, 1958, the Starfires on Bernice. Yearning for You is the name of the tune. Wally Osborne, the lead singer on that. Now, after this single, Wally became the group's manager, and they had later releases on the D&H and Bargain label. And I think I played the Bargain record last week. Was it for Adrian, I think? It requested the Starfires. I think he did. But let us continue in 1958. Let's go to New York City. We'll stay in New York City and fill a request for Gary Spring in Canada. This, what happened here, Charlie? This was... What? This was done on... Okay, this came out on an earlier... Well, Apt Records, okay, a subsidiary of ABC Paramount, was... this was their, like, new talent label. They would also get records or other masters from other labels. Because Charlene has here that this song was originally done on the Oklahoma label. I never knew that New York City had an Oklahoma label, but evidently they did, owned by Howie Richman. Okay, and then it ended up on Apt Records, so maybe, of course, these smaller independent labels, they couldn't, even though, well, ABC, I guess you can consider it at that time, not as big as RCA or Columbia, but it was a pretty big label at the time. And Apt picked it up, and it's a lone release for this group. A tune written by Lou Bartell, who was a songwriter out of New York City and also a singer. Okay, had releases on Apollo and ABC Paramount as Bart Lewis, also on Oklahoma. So maybe he is part of this group. I don't know. She's got Lou Bartell is the lead singer. Okay, so there she says it. And this is with the Sandy Block Orchestra from June 58, the Red Jacks. The Red Jacks is the name of the group on the Apt label for Gary Spring. It's called Big Brown Eyes. Here you go, Gary, for you.
I got a little baby, she got big brown eyes. When she walks down the street, she looks at other guys. I get so very jealous, feel I'm starting to cry. Now I done my baby with the big brown eyes. Big brown eyes, 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 big brown eyes. Tyson, I'm open, no water. Tyson, I'm open, no water. Tyson, I'm open, no water. The other night I took a movie show. I sitting there watching in the very last row. I got all set to kiss her and was ready to go. She told me, cool down, daddy, now take it slow. Big brown eyes, 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 big brown eyes. Tyson, I'm open, no water. Tyson, I'm open, no water. Tyson, I'm open, no water. Well, now my heart is breaking when you feel the same. If you had a pretty baby, make you feel ashamed. I'm taking her around in front of other guys because they all go crazy over big brown eyes. Big brown eyes, 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 big brown eyes. Tyson, I'm open, no water. Tyson, I'm open, no water. Tyson, I'm open.
when they, excuse me, folks, but with this heat, Johnny G getting kind of all stuffed up a little bit, so I apologize for that. That one there going out to a Gary Spring in our YouTube chat room, June 58 release there for the Red Jacks on the Apt record label. Big Brown Eyes is the name of the tune. That's with Lou Bartell on lead for that one. Let us continue here. For a Sunday evening, I'm trying to get used to saying, I'm so used to saying Saturday evening, but it's now Sunday evening. We are in the 1958 block, and I added this to the mix. Actually, I played the flip side of this a couple of weeks ago for Nat Papagallo down in Naples, Florida. This group from Springfield, Massachusetts. We featured the side called Stay or Stand Beside Me? I'm trying to think. Stand Beside Me, yes. And this could qualify, I guess, as a Collector's Corner record, because this is not an easy record to find by any means. But the group is called the Dreamtones, okay? And this is on Marty Kugel's Click record label. Now, he got into a partnership with George Goldner, okay, and Goldner would distribute his label, at least at this time, with this release in July of 1958. And tune is written by the lead singer. His name is Major Branch. He is the lead singer on this. And this is from July of 1958. It's not an easy record to find. It's a cool title also. Here are the Dreamtones on Click Records. I added this to the mix tonight. The song is called Love in the Afternoon. The Dreamtones. Here you go.
It's love in the afternoon. Two lovers enjoy the scene. That love was made too soon. They called it love. Under the silvery moon, I'd call it love in the afternoon. Don't let that love that stole my heart and bring those memories of you. Don't take my heart, don't take my love, I died. It's love in the afternoon. The moon gave aim at the sun. Call it love in the
afternoon. Well, some could say, although it's nighttime, some could say listening to the Johnny G show is like love in the afternoon. I don't know, maybe it is, because you get so much pleasure from listening to all these cool records, I have to say. You know, when you ever get a record that you listen to and you get like goosebumps on your arms or whatever, that used to happen to me often. That's because I have a passion for this music. I do. And if you have a passion for something, that is the best thing to really have. I'm just telling you, because you put everything into it. Same thing with your job. I mean, listen, it's not so much I like to go into work every day, but I like to do accounting work. I just was sometimes maybe a little bit too detail oriented. Because, you know, when you're a big shot, you got to stay away from the details and you have to be more, you know, top side kind of. But anyway, I just love to play the records, and I really am passionate about the music. But there you go. Those are the Dream Tones there. From July of 1958, major branch on lead there on Click Records, Love in the Afternoon. Now, this group also backed up the Mitlow Sisters on their release on the Click label, and they would also have they have other releases on the Express. That comes to mind, which is another great record they do, the Dream Tones. Johnny G here on a Sunday evening. I hope you're enjoying the tunes. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about this program, our third show of the week. It was interesting when I listened this morning when I got up late. I listened to KKSM. They had the February 27th Soul Show on, and it was getting toward the end, and I remember that and I think I switched to a new stream because they blocked the show. And what did I play? I think I was playing J.J. Jackson, But It's All Right. And then I was surprised they kept it on there. Usually they may edit it a little bit, but I ended up playing one last record. I forget what it was, and then they cut me. Then they shut it off, is what they do. But I was surprised that they played that show. But anyway, I shouldn't be, but I'm glad they do. They kind of mix it up. But anyway, let us continue here. We are in the 1958 block. Let's fill a request. Speaking of Nat Papagallo, here is your request, and want to send this one out to all the listeners of the Vinyltreasure show, as this group, they were, as we stay, from New Haven, Connecticut. This group from New Haven, Connecticut. This is their second release on Thomas Robinson's Atlas record label. It features Leroy Gomez on lead, and that was not his real name. Okay, he kind of changed it. His real name was Leroy Griffin, but he didn't want to be mixed up with Leroy Griffin of the Nutmeg, so he changed his name to Leroy Gomez. And this one from July of 1958, I changed the needle because this, I don't know why these presses play rough. They play with surface noise, so I switched to the 78 needle because it's more of a wider needle. It won't pick up a lot of the hiss in the background. You'll still hear some of it, but it sounds better, in my opinion. July 1958, it's going out to listener Nat Papagallo. I bet you have this in your jukebox, but not this copy. Here are the Haven Knights. They used to be the Four Haven Knights until I think they added another singer. But here are the Haven Knights on Atlas Records. It's called Why Go On Pretending. Here you go. Nat, for you, the Haven Knights.
Pretending, 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 pretending. Why go on pretending?
Why go on pretending? Why try to make me care? If this is the ending, dear, of our love or affair, don't try to hold me. Just find someone new.
Yeah, memories of the Time Capsule Show here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That's the sound of the Haven Knights. They were the Four Haven Knights with their previous release. That one there going out to listener Nat Papagallo in Naples, Florida, sending it out to all you Vinyltreasure Show listeners, July 1958. Why Go On Pretending on Thomas Robinson's Atlas record label. Johnny G doesn't pretend. I give you the real thing here, as I try to have all originals here that I feature here on the program. Usually, I've kind of got rid of all my boots. I do have some of the really hard records that I don't have. I do have some boots, I do, and some records that I can't even get because they weren't booted. So those are the things that become very difficult for Johnny G. But let us continue now, and we stay in 1958. Now I was saddened when I received, actually, Bill Olb sent me an email, was a little bit before the show last night, and he mentioned to me that David Brigatti passed away. Of course, David Brigatti, he was from Garfield, New Jersey, and he formed this group called the High Fives. Okay, and one of the records that they used to play in the oldies scene back in the 1970s was a song called Dorothy. You would hear that on all the oldie stations back in the early 1970s. But they were a great group, this group out of Garfield, New Jersey. They were all attending Garfield High School at the time and started singing at local dances and club functions in that area. And then in 1957, they sang at the Apollo Theater Amateur Hour. And from the response they received, auditioned for Decca Records, and the result were 3 releases on the Decca record label. Now, this is their second release. Okay, it features Dave Brigatti on lead. Came out in May of 1958, as we remember the late Dave Brigatti. He passed away on March 7th at the age of 85. Here are the High Fives on the Decca label with a great ballad they do. It's called Just a Shoulder to Cry On. Here are the High Fives from May 1958.
Cry on my shoulder, cry, cry. I'm just a shoulder to cry on for you. You don't think about me, just about you. I'm just a shoulder to cry on for you. So cry, cry, cry out your eyes. For you run to me when he breaks your heart. You tell me the story right from the start. Oh, what can I do? I love you with all my heart. On my shoulder, go ahead and cry.
remember the late David Brigatti there on lead with his group called the High Fives. It's actually the flip side of Dorothy, a song entitled Just a Shoulder to Cry On, that came out in May of 1958 on Decca Records, their second of three. And Dave Brigatti, after this, would later become a member of Joey D and the Starlighters. And Dave is also the older brother of Eddie Brigatti, who was a member of the Young Rascals. And he actually performed and recorded with the Rascals and is known as the Fifth Rascal. And Lenny Dell and the Dimensions also do a great rendition of this tune. And from 1963 on the Choral label. But remember the late David Brigatti, who passed away on March 7th. Of 2026 at the age of 85. Johnny G here on a Sunday. Thank you all for being here. And we're trying to expand. Amy, I got to talk to you about your email here because I got some questions about that. And I communicate with Amy quite often. She is my moderator of my YouTube chat. And we always try to have a nice, calm chat room, friendly atmosphere here. And I try to talk to the listeners here. I don't know if many people even do that, but I guess it's like more personalized because I'm playing your requests, which is really cool. And I have such great listeners that have great selections as we continue here. And let's fill a request now for listener Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat. And this is a flip side from last week's show. I guess we got to say like weekend show, and that would be the Sunday show in this case, as I featured the King of the Stroll last week, or the flip side of this record, called Hang Up My Rock and Roll Shoes, as done by the great Chuck Willis. And Joseph also requested the flip side of the 45. This was actually the intended A-side that did very well for Chuck Willis. It was on the Atlantic record label. This charted number 9 on the Billboard chart, and this was a big number 1 R&B hit for him. Written by Fred J. and Art Harris. This is from March of 1958, going out to Oldies fan in our YouTube chat room. Here is Chuck Willis and his tune called What Am I Living For? Here you go, Oldies fan, for you, Chuck Willis.
What am I living for, if not for you? What am I living for, if not for you? What am I living for, if not for you? Oh, nobody else will do. What am I longing for each lonely night? To feel your lips to mine, to hold you tight. You'll be the only girl my whole life through. Oh, nobody else will do. I want you close to me, that's all I know. I want you all the time, because darling, I love you so.
apologize for that. That copy is not to Johnny G standards. I thought I had multiple copies of that record. At least when I went through my Atlantic box, I did not see them. But anyway, because you see that these records, these hit records, I was picking them up in the wild, is how I was finding these hit records. So I never really focused on them. I'm not going to say I never did, because if any of the dealers would have them, you know, for a couple dollars or $3, I would always pick them up. It's always good to have nice, clean records in your collection versus VG. So if I saw them reasonably, I would purchase them. But it wasn't that I would seek out. Now, don't tell me that I wouldn't go for his stuff on OK Records. Okay, those were the harder things to find, and that's what I would focus on, his early career. But still a great tune there from March 1958, going out to Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, in our YouTube chat from the great Chuck Willis on Atlantic Records. What am I living for? Well, you're living for the Vinyltreasure show and Johnny G. My father, sometimes I have to deal with him saying that. Okay, sometimes with a little bit of depression comes in with him, and I tell him, come on, be calm. You have your whole family to look at, and you see the accomplishments they have. So he never looks at it that way. What is it, the difference between your glass half full and half empty? I think that's how it goes. One side is one and one side's the other. Well, I don't know with him, but anyway, I should play that record for him is what I should do. But anyway, let us continue here. We are in the 1958 block. It was interesting. So on my Soul show, I played a record by Billy Harner. I think it was on, I forget who requested it, but it was a Northern Soul tune on Kama Sutra Records. I think it was Kama Sutra. So I don't know if I did the scan on it, but often Bob Bosco comments on my posts, because I try to post as many labels, at least more of the obscure things, and I try to throw in something that people will know, and that's usually how I get a lot of the people to tune into the records that I post. I don't post everything, but I may post as much as 10. It depends how much time I have, or more, or sometimes less. Well, he made a comment on that Billy Harner record, I think from 1966. He said to me, he said, well, Johnny, do you know that Billy Harner first sang in a duet, okay, if you have anything by Billy and Mickey? So I said, well, wait a minute. I think I do have some things by Billy and Mickey. So I went back and I looked, and this was actually a recent purchase here because I never saw this record before. Now, so this is a duo, okay, a duo as Billy and Mickey, okay, and Billy is, of course, Billy Harner, and who recorded all those soul tunes in the 1960s and into the early 70s, and Mickey is Mickey Carroll, who also recorded into the 1970s on various labels. And they first recorded together in 1957 on the Gilco label. And I have some stuff on Gilco. I think I have an old request for Adrian on Gilco. I think it's the Limelighters, I think. Is that the group? Possibly, maybe. But then this was their very next release, which came out on Mel Schwartz's and Irvin Nathan's Red Top Records out of Philadelphia. This tune written by Herman Gillespie. It's from 1958. We'll send it out to Bob Bosco. Here is Billy and Mickey on Red Top Records, and the song is called You Are. Here you go, Bob, for you.
Dear
There you go, duets here on the Vinyltreasure show. That one there we'll send out to listener Bob Bosco. That is Billy and Mickey, early Billy Harner on lead there with Mickey Carroll, way before his Northern Soul sounding days, 1958. That one there on the Red Top record label. You Are is the name of the tune. You are the best listeners that anybody could ever have. So I want to thank everybody here tuning into the program. And again, I appreciate everybody sharing this video and trying to get Johnny G more subscribers. I really do appreciate that. I guess I don't know, maybe it's a good thing I have here. I hope it is. But we continue here. And let's fill a request now for Mike Sape in our YouTube chat. Now, he wants to send this tune out to all the chatters and the UK listeners. And that would be Indrajit, Tony C., and East End Mark, and all the UK dancers that tune into the program here. Now, this is an ultra-rare record, too, by the way. Not that easy, but I don't think this side normally gets played. Okay, this side normally does not. It's the rare record out of Atlanta, Georgia. The group is called The Shadows, and it's on a label called LGLEL-GEE-BEE. And it's the group's only release, a tune written by Alan Austin, who might be the lead, because the other members are Richard Bullard, who wrote The Flip Side, and Jim Vaughn and Robert Allen. So maybe this is the lead singer. I don't know, but it's 1958. Let's give it a spin. The Shadows on LGB. The song is called Luli Lou, and it's requested by Mike Sape for all the UK listeners and the chatters. Here you go, Mike, for you. There you go. That's a rare 45. The sound of the Shadows. It sounds like he's saying girly, but it's It's Looly. Looly Lou. I don't know any chicks named Luli Lou. Anyway, there you go, 1958 by request from Mike Sape in our YouTube chat. I'm going out to the chatters and the UK listeners. Luli Lou on the LGB record label. We got one more from the year 1958, and this is a flip side request for listener Tommy Albergo in our YouTube chat room. We featured this group on the flip side of this, I should say, on the February 21st show. The Serenators, with the tune called I Wrote a Letter, which was the up-tempo side. Tommy also requested the ballad side, okay, and it features, let me see here, this tune written by Joseph Scott. Wait a minute. Actually, this tune written, the writer credit on this, because I think they were sued on the Chock full of Hits first press of this, because it did not credit Joseph Scott, a.k.a. Johnny Ace, as the writer. So they had to change it, okay? But anyway, it features George Kerr on lead. I'm playing the MGM release because it plays cleaner. The MGM presses just play cleaner than those Chock full of Hits first presses. And it's a great two-sided 45, and they're doing the Johnny Ace tune, as many groups have covered this tune. It's a great record, February 1958 for Tommy Albergo. The Serenators on MGM. It's their rendition of the tune Never Let Me Go. Here you go, Tommy, for you, the Serenators with George Kerr.
Just let me love.
That one there by request for Tommy Albergo in our YouTube chat. And that's a great two-sided 45, originally released on the Chock full of Hits label that would then get picked up by MGM Records. Those are the Serenators, George Kerr and the Serenators from February 58 on MGM. Never Let Me Go is the name of the tune. Yes, Troy, also recorded by The Impressions, also recorded by Eddie Holman, and also another group I have it on. I think it's like from 1970, I think it's the DMG label, if someone can check that out. It's like an orange, it's got like, it's two-tone, brown on the edges and orange. I forget the name of the group. Okay. Anyway, what is what is Tony Barcia saying there? Okay, that's another version, I guess. There's lots of versions of that song because it's such a great record. It is. Let us continue here. And let's fill a request now for Al Mueller. If I said it right, Al. He was so adamant last night. If I forgot his request, I did not. Actually, it turned out that I had to find it today because it came in the 1959 block. So for you listeners out there, okay, you'll know when your record's getting played based on the year you give me. Normally, I'll stop in 1957 on Saturday evenings. So if your record is later, okay, like 1963 for Joe Shacatano, it's going to be toward the end of the program tonight, which should be around midnight, a little bit before midnight, I would hope. But that's how I work it here, so you kind of know. And actually, there's a lot of people that like the early sounds, and so they might like that Saturday night show better. I start in 1958, or I'll start in the later 50s here, and we'll get some more of the 60s stuff, and I add some things in that maybe you haven't heard before. But anyway, let us continue here with a request for Al Mueller, this singer, guitarist, songwriter born in Fort Worth, Texas. His name, Edward Ray Sharp, but he were just recorded as Ray Sharp, and first recording back in 1958 for the Hamilton record label. Now, this was his next release after that. He signed with Jamie Records. This was his first of 5 for Jamie Records, a song he wrote, and this would be his biggest hit and a record I first heard, believe it or not, on the Gus Gossard show. He played this record because I wrote it down. It's his biggest hit, number 46 on Billboard, number 11 on the R&B chart. This is produced by isn't it? It says Lester and Lee Hazelwood. Lester. Isn't that Lester Sill, I think? Is that possible, Charlene? Lester Sill? I don't know. It and it features Ray Sharp and Dwayne Eddy on guitar, Al Casey on rhythm guitar. It's from June of 1959. It's going out to Al Mueller, Ray Sharp on Jamie, and we heard from Lily Lou earlier. This is Linda Lou. This is going out to Al. Here you go. Here's your request, Ray Sharp.
Well, now they call my baby Patti, but her real name was Linda Lou. Now they call my baby Patti, but her real name was Linda Lou. She's so fine, fair, and pretty, you never know what my baby's gonna do. My Linda Lou. When she goes strolling down the street, all the cats turn to look around. Well, now she'll give everybody the eye. You never know what my baby's gonna put down. Everybody always tell me I've got the cutest little girl in town. I'm gonna marry that girl next Saturday night. Take her for the rest of my life. From now on, my roving days are through, and it's all because of that chick, Linda Lou. Linda Lou, Linda Lou, tell me, what are you gonna do? I had a real bad dream last night, honey. You said that we were through. Well, now if you ever leave me, you're gonna break my poor heart in two. My Linda Lou.
Well, I think that's a pretty cool record. I do. I always like that tune. The flip side is even the flip side is good too, but we're not going to play it this week. You're going to have to wait till next week to hear the flip side of that. But there you go. I apologize for that dropout, folks. I don't know what causes this. If it is my internet or is the overloading here. I try not to have these settings loud. And this DLZ digital mixer, I think, does some kind of auto correction and may cause that, I think. But there you go. That one there going out to Al Mueller, June 1959, the first of 5 on the Jamie record label. Ray Sharp, Linda Lou. A cool tune there. And the flip side is good also, so we'll hear that next week. Now, let us continue here. Now, up next, we're in 1959. Let me backtrack a little bit because Tootsie Schmutzie in our YouTube chat, I would so much like to play that Robert and Johnny record you requested. Okay, but if you go to my comments on my YouTube page, I tested that record sometime in the fall of last year, and they blocked that. So if I would have played this record here, that record, which I could have played for the listeners, and you would have heard it, I would have had to remove that, and it would have actually erased all my chat. So I know that record is a problem. Maybe I'll test it again, but I like We Belong Together by Robert and Johnny. I can play all their other records, but I can't play that record. So I don't know what it is, and that sometimes happens. It's the platform, folks. You think they would let Johnny G play that record to promote their tune, but no. But anyway, so this, what I'm doing now, okay, in the 1959 block, is in response to requests that Amy King sent Johnny G. So she sent me 3 versions of this song, and I said, well, wait a minute. I don't think I've ever compared these versions before. Okay, so we're going to play a, we'll call them covers, but a cover from 1959, and then we're going to play the original, and then we're going to play a cover from 1961. And you can tell me which one you like. I think this is on Amy's. Amy listens to all 3 of these. I guess this is on your rotation, Amy, of listening to the music that you have. So we'll just talk about who's up first because it's a rare one that we have coming up first. I had to change the needle because this plays better with a 78 needle. So up first is a group from San Antonio, Texas. Okay, and they had 2 releases on the Harlem label, but the Texas Harlem label. Okay, and this one did chart regionally. It was a big number 14 record on KMAC, okay, in San Antonio. And this song originally done by the Moonglows, which you will hear second. And then I'm going to play a girl group version of it by a group called the Petites. Okay, this one here features Carl Henderson. He's the lead singer. This is from November 59. Up first are the Lyrics on Harlem Records with their version of the tune, The Beating of My Heart. This is going out to Amy King in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Amy.
Never grow cold. never grow down. So come closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to me. The beating of my heart. I lay awake night dreaming of a love so true. I gave my love to you, my dear. What am I to do? Oh, the beating of my heart says we'll never ever part. It beats louder and louder and louder and louder, the beating of my heart. It beats louder and louder and louder and louder, the beating of my heart.
The beating of my heart says I know we'll never part. It beats louder and louder and louder and louder, the beating of my heart. Whoa, 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 the trembling in my soul says I know we'll never grow cold. It gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, the beating of my heart. I lie awake at night, dreaming of love so true. But I gave my heart to you, my dear. So what am I to do? Whoa, 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 the beating of my heart says I know we'll never part. It beats louder and louder and louder and louder, the beating of my heart. It beats louder and louder and louder and louder, the beating of my heart.
Okay, folks, there you go. There you go. With requests for Amy King in our YouTube chat room. That last one you just heard came out in December of 1961. Okay, the sound of the Petites. Okay, the Petites, that's on Morty Craft's Elmore record label, their version of The Beating of My Heart. And this Petites group is not the group from Chicago that recorded for the Spinning label. That was like a family group. Okay, this is a different group. I don't know where they're from. Maybe in New York. I don't know. But that one there, December 61, that was our third one in this set. Prior to that, we heard the original was a duet between Harvey Fuqua and Bobby Lester, who both wrote that tune. And that one there released in August of 1957, their their 11th release on the Chess record label, the original version of The Beating of My Heart. And prior to that, you heard from November of 1959, the lyrics version, that group from San Antonio, Texas, on the Texas-based Harlem label, The Beating of My Heart. So there you go, 3 variations that we can do here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And you're talking about which one is more expensive of the 3. It would have to be that Harlem release. And it was Jerry Diaz who sold me that record. And sometimes Jerry was very difficult to deal with and very expensive to deal with. But there you go, as suggested by Amy King. So there you go. You can vote on which one was your favorite. I like them all. Okay, maybe or I wouldn't have them here in the collection. But anyway, let us continue here for a Sunday evening. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to Johnny G's YouTube page. Wouldn't it be cool if I can get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the week? That would be a feat, and that would be great if I can do that, because maybe it'll get me into the next level, and they'll let me slide before the copyright police comes out to give me problems. But anyway, let us continue here, and we are in the 1959 block, and let's fill a request for listener L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room. This group of brothers from Washington, D.C., they are Andy Horace, Warren Amos, and Adolphus Scott, collectively known as the Scott Brothers. First recording back in earlier in the year of 1959, June of 59, on the Skyline label. And they would then sign with Alan Kalman's Ribbon Records out of New York City. They had 2 releases on the label. This is their first of 2 that Arch requested. The tune written by Warren Scott, and maybe he's the lead singer on this. I don't know which Scott brother is, but this is with the Jerry Fields Orchestra, arranged by Art Harris from December 59 for L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room. The Scott Brothers with Stolen Angel on the Ribbon label. Here you go, Arch, for you. Cool tunes here for a Sunday evening. I hope I didn't say Saturday evening. John G's getting used to this too. But anyway, it just gives me more time to enjoy my records. I rarely do but I do enjoy them. You see me bopping around here when I play these records, but there you go, going out to L.A. Arch, the sound of the Scott Brothers there, their first of two on the Ribbon label from December 59. Stolen Angel is the name of that tune. We are in the 1959 block. Let's fill a request for listener James Pomerico as we go to Detroit. Well, the label is out of Detroit, the legendary Fortune Records, Devorah Brown's Fortune record label out of Detroit. But this group is out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, they traveled all the way up to Detroit, Michigan to record two records for the label. Now, the group was managed by Odell Bailey, okay, who was originally from Detroit. Okay, and I don't know how he ended up in Pittsburgh, but he had a tie into Pittsburgh, so this group ended up there. Now, interestingly enough, all the group members are on the label here, which is pretty cool. I think I scanned this on my Facebook wall. You can check it out at John Galindo. But anyway, the bass, his name is John Stevenson. The baritone is Melvin Cornatius. First tenor is James Jefferson. Second tenor is Stanley Reed. And it says manager Odell W. Bailey. It's with the Walter Hamilton combo. And the lead singer on this, his name is Bernie Dupre. And he also wrote the tune. Collectively, they were known as the Centuries. And this one here, released in October of 1959, and it's going out to listener James Pomerico. Here are the Centuries with Take My Hand. Here you go, James, for you, the Centuries.
Take my hand, please walk with me. Dry your eyes and say that you care. I was wrong. Wrong as wrong could ever be. Give me your love and please understand. I was a fool, stupid and blind. I took your love and I did not give mine. Now I'm alone, all to myself, with tears in my eyes. Oh, take my hand. Please walk with me. Dry your eyes and say that you
As by request for listener James Pomerico, that's the sound of the Centuries. Definitely a Detroit sound, or that Fortune sound. But they're really from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, October 1959. on Devorah Brown's Fortune label. Take My Hand is the name of the tune. Yes, Tony Barcia, slightly off center. I probably could have played around with it. I wasn't sure. I didn't hear it on the. They get worse as it goes further in, I think. Well, it depends. Depends how terribly off center it is. One time I went to a record. So I was at a record show, and I was looking through this guy's box, and he had them. He said $5 and $10, right? So I'm looking through, and I saw this shiny Love Notes. Okay, if I could make you, Tonight. I think it was Tonight, and their big hit United, right? And it was $5, and I saw that it looked stone mint. Okay, so I didn't even you learn from your mistakes. I didn't even slide it out of the sleeve. I said, for $5, this is a great deal, right? I never saw it was the label was on correct, perfect. Usually sometimes the labels are skewed. No way. But there was no way I can play it. I mean, I would really have had to gouge out half the label to line it up to play, but it was stone mint, but it was unplayable because it just wouldn't play. It was way off. I mean, really way off. I think the grooves were off the record. I said, how could something get so wacko like this? Somebody forgot to do something with that biscuit. Anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. We are in the 1959 block, and let's fill a request for listener Gary Hendren in Alabama, this great group from Youngstown, Ohio, as I like both sides of this 45. Came out on Tony March's Tammy record label. The group is called the Monterays. The Monterrays. I got Monterrays on my mind. The Monterrays. And I showed you 2 copies of that record. Reed brought it up in the chat room. The big print is the more common way. It was hard, and believe me, it took me a long time to find it in this with the small print saying Tammy Records. That is the true first press, because everything else is the same on the record. But anyway, Gary requested the B-side of the 45 from February 1959. Here are the Monterrays on Tammy Records. It's called 5 Minutes to Love You. That's pretty fast. Anyway, here you go, Gary, for you, the Monterrays. Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to Gary Hendren in Alabama, sound of the Monterey's. Monterey's from February 59 on the Tammy. That's Tony March's Tammy record label. 5 Minutes to Love You is the name of the tune. Actually, I will flip it over because I have one of Bill Olb's requests coming up later, a different version of the flip side of this. So let's give a listen to this side first. Reed King in the chat room mentioned it. So at least just remember the song here, okay? So we're going to flip it over. This is the A side, okay, which is pretty cool. I remember hearing this on oldies radio when I was much younger in the early 1970s. But we'll flip over Gary's request, February 59, the Monterey's. This is the A side to 5 Minutes to Love You on the Tammy record label. It's called My Guardian Angel. This is the original. You're going to hear a cover later on in the program. Here you go. The Monterey's. We'll send it out to Reed King.
My God, angel, come down from up above to find someone for me to love. My God, an angel, I'll be thankful to. So thankful to you. My God, an angel, I really need romance. If I am not true, then give me one more chance. My God, an angel, I'll be thankful to you. My other loves have left me. Oh, that's why I'm so blue. But my guardian angel, she knows just what to do. My guardian angel, when she hears my sighs come down from the skies. My guardian angel, I'll be thankful to you. My other loves have left me. Oh, that's why I'm so blue. But my guardian angel, she knows just what to do. My guardian angel, when she hears my sighs come down from the skies. My guardian angel, I'll be thankful to you.
There you go. That one there, an instant request for Reed King in our YouTube chat room. That's the A side of the Monterey's on the Tammy Records label, we'll call it. And that label belonged to Tony March. I didn't know Reed, he's a sax player, because he had a band with a bunch of releases on this label too, by the way. And prior to that, we heard a request for Gary Hendren. 5 Minutes to Love You is the name of the tune. Let us continue here. Let's move into 1960. Fill a request for listener Timothy in our YouTube chat. And this singer, he is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His name is Tony Mora, and also his group is called the Dewells. I showed you that promo that came in this sleeve. I think I bought it from Doug. Doug Hanners used to get all these cool records. He used to put out a set sale list, but it was first come, first served. So he would get me that list as early as possible. I was here in New York. He was in Texas. And I'm like, Doug, I said, send me the list and it's going to be somewhere between, I don't know, 3 to 7,000 that I'll probably buy of the records I need, because I just take that list and I go against that box of I went against that box that I showed you, that mess, and I just went off and I checked everything, and they were much more reasonable, okay, about 30 years ago. So I would check them off, and I'd send them. I had to mail him the list. He says, Johnny, mail me the list as soon as possible, because I got to send this list out to other people. So I would send him the list, and he would eliminate some, okay? I think they were the Northern Soul things that he took out that I didn't know at the time was a phenomenon or becoming a phenomenon. So anyway, but I didn't mind, because I usually had a good fill with him. Not so with the guy in Boston. Who's the guy in Boston? So I told him, send me your list. I'll buy your dollar records, okay, because I'm running the label. But he would have, $100 or $75. So he would send me the list, okay. It would come via email, and then the next day everybody else got it. So I need some time to look through 3,000 records possibly, and I was working. So I said, forget it. Okay, I said, I can't deal with it. I'm not doing it. I said, I'm not going to buy. Look, I don't have to have everything. I'm not buying the stuff that you missed, because I'm not selling it. I don't have time to. I just want to fill in the records that I'm missing. So because Greg would get that list and call up and say, well, I want this one, and we drive up there. What's his name? I forget. Reed, you know who I'm talking about. He did a typed list, and he would mail it out. And sometimes I do get an email from it, but I don't buy it anymore. I'm not going to do it. Okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. So I said, no way. So Spence would bring over boxes from Kenny Fuchs' store or whatever. So I said, leave them here. They were, I mostly labeled fillers. And he started with the A's and the B's and the C's, and he would bring them here. He would bring 5 or 10 boxes at a time, and I would go through them. I would pull them out. I don't know if they were all priced or not, or I had to give him recommendations or whatever, and he always took them. And that's how I filled out a lot of the stuff in the collection. But anyway, this was like a fill out because it was in the Kreider book, and I bought it. But it's a request for listener Timothy, the singer from Pittsburgh, Tony Mora, and the Dewells. Okay, and this is his lone release on Sid Weiner's Dewell label, which is out of New York City. And this is the intended A-side, I think. Because the other side is a song called Looking for My Baby, the original version of the song that the Earls eventually did. But this is from March 1960, Tony Mora and the Dewells. It's called I Can't Believe. This is for Timothy. Here you go, Timothy, for you.
You broke my heart.
Yeah, there you go. That one there going out to Timothy in our YouTube chat room. That's sound of Tony Mora and the Do-Wells from March of 1960. That one there on the Do-Well record label. It's called I Can't Believe. I can't believe Johnny G's got all these 45s. Please, it's a lifetime of collecting. Let us continue now. We stay in 1960. Fill a request for G. Cornell. I finally found this record. I had some time today to look through the R boxes. I was looking for John Engstrom too. I found, believe it or not, I found 3 records on his list. I don't know how good they are. One is on the Crown label. I have to test it. But this a band out of Metamora, Illinois. Okay, I don't know where that is. They formed in 1957, recorded first on the Tempest label in 1958. And had 4 releases on that label. There were 2 on the VJ label. And then they had this release on Norman Forgay's, if I said that right, Stephanie label out of Evanston, Illinois. Now, this included the group included Ron Werneman on bass guitar, Ted Minar on drums, Rick Bessick on sax, Art Bill on sax, and Ron Volz, V-O-L-Z, he was the lead guitarist and singer. And this is a song he wrote from September of 1960 going out to G. Cornell. I hope your dog's working out good for you. G. Cornell, the Rockin' R's here on Stephanie Records. It's called Walkin' You to School. Here you go, the Rockin' R's.
Vacation time is over, back to school is near. No more kissing at the drive-in till summertime next year. Put away your swimsuit, beach is closing up. Forget about those water skiis, get out your boots and stop. Walking you to school, walking you to school. Meet you after class, meet you after class. See you at the football game, see you at the football game. We're bound to have a blast. We're bound to have a blast. We'll have to wait another year to get our summer kicks. But time will fly and soon we'll be back to our old tricks. Walking you to school, walking you to school. Meet you after class, meet you after class. See you at the football game, see you at the football game. We're bound to have a blast. We're bound to have a blast. We'll have to wait another year to get our summer kicks. Time will fly and soon we'll be back to our old tricks. Back to our old tricks.
There you go. Those, excuse me, folks, with this change in weather, Johnny G getting all gummed up here. Those are the Rockin' R's. Rockin' R's here going out to G. Cornell, September 1960. That's Ron Volz on lead. Walkin' You to School. That's on the Stephanie record label. There's some rare records earlier on the Stephanie label, like from 1957 or whatnot. But anyway, let us continue here. I added this one to the mix here. This is a rare record. Usually you find like the second press of this, but this is the true first press. I've never seen this before, but it was in in Greg Surick's stash, so I had to scoop it up because I wasn't going to see it. And he had a nice copy of this too. And you don't see this record at all. Even the second press sells for a lot of money. And it's not really a duet, although because there's a duet I think you both have to sing. But anyway, as we head to Chicago, okay, and this is on the Pink Clouds record label out of Chicago, and this features a 15-year-old by the name of Juanita Rogers. She's really the singer on this, and the narrator, because it says Juanita Rogers and Lynn Hollings, right? I said that right, yeah. Or Hollings, Hollings, Hollings. Okay, now the narrator, he's a Chicago DJ. He was a DJ at WSBC, okay, in Chicago. And let's see, this is directed by Sun Ra. You know who Sun Ra is, right? Okay, the Cosmic Rays and that Saturn label. But anyway, he is on piano. He's doing piano here. And this is with Mr. V's Five Joys, okay? And they're kind of backing her up on this. And this is from December of 1960. This is the original. This was re-released, I think, in October of 63 on a different true Pink Clouds label, the Pink label. But this is the true original from December 60. Juanita Rogers and the Five Joys. It's called Teenager's Letter of Promises, okay, on the Pink Clouds label. Here you go.
Teenagers sometimes make too proud of say.
Yes, teenagers do sometimes keep their promises. Meet little Juanita, a teenager with the soul of an angel, and the recipient of a love letter full of promises. It's a letter that any teenager could have written. Imagine how she feels as she reads the love promises of her letter verbatim in a manner of a teenager in love. Let us listen in. Reminiscent of the lover's voice, darling, I shall be the shadow lying at your feet, longing to embrace you when again we shall meet. Oh, my angel, do not now be lonely anymore, for I am here beside you, yes, here, from now until eternity.
There you go there. That's Juanita Rogers and Lynn Hollings. Okay, that is the first press arch. This is the hard press. This is not the 63 press. Now, Tony Barcia tells me this was recorded in 1958. That's possibly. I don't know where we got this date, December 1960. Charlene, was that on Ferdy Gonzalez's, possibly? Under the, I don't know. If it's on 45 Cat, we got to be careful, unless they document possibly Cashbox. I don't like to use 45 Cat all the time. Some of the guys that enter the data are excellent, or they'll like anticipate, or they'll go to ASRA or whatever and look and where it possibly was released, because sometimes it's really hard to pinpoint exactly. Now, if you can get a Chicago radio station that had, because this was pressed up in Chicago, of course, and then you can kind of come out with the right. But sometimes this could have been recorded in 58 and released in 1960. Now, this is this B-side on the 63 press? Because this side is up tempo. It's I'm So Glad. Well, that side was called Teenager's Letter of Promises, okay? And this side is called I'm So Glad You Love Me. Okay, and the writer credits are Hollings and Rogers. It's with the Mr. V 5Js. I think this is up tempo. Let's give it a spin here. I'm So Glad You Love Me. This is on Pink Clouds. Juanita Rogers. This is the B side here. I think it's a jump. Let's see.
I'm so glad you love me. Yes, I am. There is nothing in this whole wide world I would do
Okay, there you go. I played both sides of that 45. I don't think you get that. Reed mentioned it in the chat room. You're not going to get this side on the second go round of the record. You're not going to get it. But there you go. I'm So Glad You Love Me. That's Juanita Rogers on lead there. 15-year-old. You heard both sides. That's a rare record. Kind of, well, anything that Sun Ra is involved in is kind of weird. Have to say. Anyway, let us continue here. Got to get through these requests here. And let's fill a request now for Charles Liebman. Okay, as we go to Long Island for this group. It's their first of three on Jerry Blaine's Josie record label. And this was a hit in the New York area, too, by the way. And it features Tony Amato on lead. If you purchase this in Times Square Records, okay, because Josie reissued this, and the group's name is spelled wrong, okay, and I don't know what it is. They're called the Chaperones, okay. I think they spell it the Chaperons, or there's something weird with the spelling. But anyway, this is an original from May of 1960 for Charles Liebman, the Chaperones on Josie. It's called Cruise to the Moon. Here you go, Charles, for you.
Moon, 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 cruise to the moon, cruise to the moon, buy your ticket and seal it with a kiss. That is something that you shouldn't miss. Just you and me, on a cruise to the moon. We'll cruise on a dream, a dream that will never die. My darling, come with me and stay by my side. A cruise to the moon, buy your ticket and seal it with a kiss. That is something that you shouldn't miss. On a cruise to the moon.
Yeah, May 1960 release there for the Chaperones. Chaperones on Jerry Blaine's Josie record label. That's going out to Charles Liebman. That's Tony Amato on lead. Cruise to the Moon is the name of the tune. Didn't Ralph Cramden tell Alice, zoom, boom to the moon, I guess? I don't know. Let us continue here for a Sunday evening. Fill a request for Davy Hecht. As you all know, this group from Brooklyn, New York, the lead singer was first a member of a group called the DuPonts, recorded for the Winley label, Winley and Royal Roost Records. Then, as the Chesters, was a member of the Chesters, recorded for Apollo Records. I played that, The Fires Burn No More? Not, what was it, last week, I think, possibly? And maybe for Davey, I think I played it for you. And finally for the Imperials, for George Goldner's, well, not finally, because they went on to record for other labels, but first for George Goldner's End record label. This was their 12th of 13 releases on the End record label. This was tune written by the second tenor of the group, his name Ernest Wright, and the lead singer, Anthony Guardine. This charted also number 61 on WABC here in New York City, released in May of 1961, going out to Davy Hecht, Little Anthony and the Imperials, and the song is called Traveling Stranger. Here you go, Davy, for you.
Just a traveling stranger on my way, and I'm looking for your love. Oh, I'm just a drifting stranger on my way, and I'm looking for your love. Well, I'm just a traveling man looking for a far off line. Just a drifting man, and I know not where to go. I'm just a traveling stranger on my way, and I'm looking for your love.
As Little Anthony and the Imperials by request for Davy Hecht. That's May 1961. What I say that was their 12th release? Yeah, 12th of 13 on George Goldner's N record label. Traveling Stranger is the name of the tune. Johnny G ain't no stranger to the collecting hobby, that is for sure. I might have been a closeted collector for a number of years because nobody knew about me. They were talking about me maybe a little bit when Greg started to babble, this guy pays for records. So when he said that, then everybody came out of the woodwork to offer me rare records. But I picked and choose who I dealt with. But let us continue here as we are in the 1961 block. Now, this is a flip side request for listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. Last week I featured Ben E. Williams with the Steps 4 and the Del Reys for Comic Detective. It was the up-tempo side called Mamie Wong. Now, Daryl requested the ballad side. So when Greg asked me about this record, he said, Johnny, do you need this record on the Riff label? And I said, the Riff label? You're talking about the, who does the song? What is the group on Riff? Oh, darling, the Keys. I said, you talking about the Keystoners? Which he sold me. I said, you sold me that. He goes, no. It's like a Japanese song. Listen, does anybody speak Japanese in my chat room? Because I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but this is a request for Daryl Letts from November 61. Let's flip over Mamie Wong. This is the ballad side, the song written by Y. Parker Wong, and a song probably wrote about his girlfriend. Okay, and this is from November 61. The song is called I don't even know how to say it. It's spelled, those of you that know Japanese, how do you phonetically pronounced N-A-Y? That's got to be nay, right? And it's O-Y. How do you pronounce O-Y? Nay-O? Or nay-O and then G-W-O-R. Gore? Nay-O Gore. Whatever. From November 61, that's the name of it. Benny Williams and the Steps 4 and the Del Reys. Nay-O Gore on Riff Records for Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. Here you go.
The man
a sentimental treat. If I thought you cared, I'd bring this world to you and lay it at your feet.
So softly and sweet, my heart is tipsy, as skips are beat. Do you love me? Lay and go.
There you go. That one there going out to Darrell Letts there. The Ben E. Williams with the Steps 4 and the Del Reys, November 1961 on Riff Records. Well, thank you, Jadinator. Thank you for that information. A label out of Houston, Texas. They're also recorded as the Fabulous Valiants. I have that record in my collection also. And Reed says this is Chinese, not Japanese. Nei Oigor is the name of the tune. That's a rare record when Greg, and that's not even in mint condition. I had a little label tear I think he didn't like on the flip side when I played. It's on the Mamie Wong side that I played last week. But that's a hard record to get. It is. Johnny G here on a Sunday, our special Sunday edition. I think you like this Sunday edition, I hope. But anyways, listen, I get mixed reviews on the Sunday thing, but I think it's turning out well. Let us continue. 1961. Let's fill a request now for Jim Lampley in Texas. This group is out of Reading, Pennsylvania. They had 2 releases on Pat Montesano's Cannon label, which was out of Hoboken, New Jersey. The group included Sam Talrico, Nick Diana, Kenny Schott, Dan Weinel. Johnny and these names drive me crazy, and I can't talk anymore in my old age. Dan Wysenowski, that's how you say it. And the lead singer on this, his name is Skip Petrobone. I hope I said that right. This is from January 61. They're called the Sugar Tones. The Sugar Tones on the Cannon label for Jim Lampley. The tune is called How... I should read this to my father. How Can You Forget So Soon? The Sugar Tones is going out to Jim Lampley in Texas. Here you go, Jim.
I'm writing you a letter, a passionate appeal, a formal declaration of exactly how I feel. I can't forget the rapture of the night when we first met in Venice on the Blue Lagoon. I still recall, my dear, and yet, how can you forget so soon? Oh, yes, I still can hear the music of our rhapsody of love when 2 hearts sang a happy tune. The magic of the moon above. Oh, how can you forget so soon? Where or when did our romance go astray? Why, oh, why
our prize away.
Oh, and now I sit and reminisce of all the joys we shared. The wedding that was planned in June. I can't believe you really cared. Oh, how can you forget so soon? How can you forget so soon?
Now and there, going out to listener Jim Lampley in Texas. That's the sound of the Sugartones. Sugartones on the Canon record label from January 1961. That is How Can You Forget So Soon is the name of the tune. And that is Skip Pietrabone on lead. And they would have one more in 1962 on the Bethlehem label as the Pretenders. I didn't know that. That's actually coming up later on in the program here. You know who I bought these records from? I bought both copies of this from Gary Wood. Anybody ever deal with Gary Wood? I think he was from upstate New York in Syracuse. He was a big guitar collector. Unfortunately, he passed away. And he would come down to the county center in White Plains. They would have a show just about every month. And I would go there, and he was saving the records for Greg. So it was at the end of the show, and he walks up to me, and he taps me on the shoulder. He goes, "Do you need any of these?" So he shows them to me. And I said, "Well, I don't have this one." So he says, "Well, I can't sell it to you. I have to show it to Greg first." I said, "What are you going to show it to him? Then why did you show it to me? Don't show it to me if you're going to sell it to him. Just don't do it." I said, "Don't do that, because now I'm gonna get ticked off at you for why you teasing me with it. He's gonna take it. So don't do that." Just don't do that. But anyway, he was a nice guy, and he always was fair with me, and he gave me decent prices. I miss him, I do. He used to have those colored sleeves in the boxes. It's pretty cool. But anyway, let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for a listener, David Vilma, in our YouTube chat. We are in the 1961 block. This group, though, is out of Camden. That's a typo, Charlene. Camden, New Jersey. They recorded 2 for Charles Rizzo's CR Records, okay, and this is their first release, okay, which is an excellent ballad. It features 16-year-old Cal Tully on lead here. It also features Leon Huff on piano, a tune written by Charles Rizzo, produced by Jerry Ross and Murray Wecht. Did I say that right? Wecht. This is from October of 1961. They're called The Lavenders. The Lavenders on CR Records for David Vilma in our YouTube chat room. The song is called, one word, it's called Angel. Here you go, David, for you. The Lavenders.
Angel.
Angel.
Great tune there by request for David Vilma in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Lavenders. The Lavenders on the CR label, October 1961 release. Angel is the name of the tune. That's Cal Tully. He's the lead singer on that. 16 years old recording that. And if you have the West Coast copy of that, which I think I bought from John Tefteller for like $10 a long time ago, it's like a purple label pressed by Monarch Pressing Plant with the Delta in the dead wax. Johnny G here on a Sunday. Special edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show will be returning next Sunday. Also, it's a continuation of the Saturday show. So if you have a request for a future Vinyl Treasure show, please email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Tell your friends about this program, and please consider subscribing so we keep the copyright out. Police away. Let us continue now. Now, last week, I played a request for David Vilma. Actually, he asked for the Cleftones. Now, it was an LP cut. Okay, if you owned the GLP of Heart and Soul, which was a big hit for the group, but they put out an LP on G Records, and at the time, the group included a female. Okay. The group consisted of Warren Corbin, Herbie Cox, Charlie McGee, a.k.a. Charlie James, well, that's who he is, and Gene Pearson. Yes, the same Gene Pearson who recorded with the Rivaliers. Okay, and the gal, her name was Patricia Spann. Now, in 1976, Val Shively put out two of the songs that were on that LP. There might have been more, but on his Robin Hood record label, came out in 1976. And last week we featured, or I should say, David requested their rendition of Please Say You Want Me. Now, the flip that Val put on there is an original composition, okay, that was written by Gene Pearson, okay, Charlie James, Herbie Cox, and the A&R man for G Records at the time, Henry Glover. So this is from June of 1961, and the gal on here, her name is Patricia Spann. Patricia Spann. It's a nice tune. Here are the Cleftones on Robin Hood Records, Val Shively's Robin Hood label. It's called So You and I Can Climb. Here are the Cleftones, a bonus track, folks.
So you
Yeah, we can say LP cuts here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there on Val Shively's Robin Hood record label. And those are the Cleftones. The Cleftones off that Heart and Soul LP on G, released in June of 1961. I think they recorded that in May of 61. You and I Can Climb, and there is a female lead there. Her name is Patricia Spann, and there's a picture of the group on the LP, and she's standing right in the middle. I got to thank Frank Chingaro for he gave me all of Val's labels. Okay, and I knew some of these, but I didn't know they were up to a certain point on some of them. So of course he owned the Monogram label, number 101 through 129. I don't know how many are on that label. Robin Hood, which is this label, from 130 to 155. The Pyramid label, 156 through 167. The King Tut label, there's some good records there. I don't have many of those. 168 to 181. And Starbound records, which I do have a lot on, not everything, 501 to 517. And he issued, I think, 4 songs off that LP. Okay, number 133, and the other one was 132, which I don't think I have. But anyway, thank you, Frank, for that info. Let us continue now. We are in the 1961 block. This is the last record out of 61. It's a request for listener Ronnie Sherman as we go to Brooklyn, New York for this group. They first recorded back in 1958 for the Central record label, a great two-sided 45 they do. Their next release came out in 1960 on Goldner's Gone label, and this was their third release on Jerry Simon's RSVP label out of New York City. This features Freddie Orange on lead from April 61. Here are the Excels on RSVP, going out to listener Ronnie Sherman. It's called Till You Were Gone, the Excels. Here you go, Ronnie, for you. A nice ballad there by request for listener Ronnie Sherman. Those are the Excels out of Brooklyn, New York, April 1961. That's Freddie Orange on lead. Till You Were Gone is the name of the tune on the RSVP record label. Almost Gone here on the Vinyltreasures show. Let's fill a request now for Graylin, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat as we move into 1962. I first heard this song on a Roulette compilation album. My aunt used to buy lots of compilation albums. They were the records that she missed because she told me they were out of them in the record store, and she didn't ask the owners to order the records. But this was on the album. It was a Golden Goodies series, I think, on Roulette Records. And Morris Levy put it out. It was called, I think, Volume 4, called For a Dance Party, okay? So they had like all these dances on that, and I don't know why she bought that, but that's where I first heard this, and I would play it, because it kind of like reminded me of the Bristol Stomp, by the Dovels. But anyway, this group is out of Philadelphia, PA, and this was their debut single on Eddie Joy's Joy label, a tune co-written by Cy Kaplan. Now, this one charted number 33 on Billboard, number 30 on Cashbox, number 2 on KOL, if you were listening in Seattle, Washington. It features Joey Hall on lead, and he went by the name of Little Joey. This is their first of two on the Joy label, April 1962, going out to G-Dog, a.k.a. Grayland, in our YouTube chat room. Little Joey and the Flips. The song is called Bongo Stomp. Here you go, Grayland, for you. Well, I haven't heard that record in a long time. Brings back lots of memories for Johnny G, watching that roulette checkerboard album go round and round. There you go, going out to Graylin in our YouTube chat room. That's April 62. That's the debut single for Little Joey and the Flips. On Joy Records, Bongo Stomp is the name of that tune. That's a Joey Hall. He's the lead singer on that. And they have what they also recorded for Cameo Records, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But that's a cool tune. They like that one there in the YouTube chat room. And let's fill a request now for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey as we go back to Youngstown, Ohio, to Tony March's Tammy Records, and for this group called the Marlls. Now, this is their second of two on the Tammy record label, and this is a female lead on this, okay? And earlier in the program, in the 1959 block, I played the original version of this song as done by the Monterey, a song called My Guardian Angel. This version, very much a different arrangement, and this is their group's second of two on the Tammy label from 1962. We'll send it out, or requested by listener Bill Obe. Here are the Marlls with their rendition of the tune My Guardian Angel. Here you go, Bill, for you.
My guardian angel, come down from up above. My guardian angel, send me someone to love. My guardian angel, won't you hear my plea? Come down from heaven and find a love for me. My guardian angel, I'll be thankful to you. Thankful to you. My guardian angel, I really need romance. If I am not true, then give me one more chance. My guardian angel, I'll be thankful to you. Thankful to you. Whoa. My first love has left me. That's why I'm so blue. Whoa. My guardian angel, make my wish come true. Whoa. My guardian angel, and when you do, I'll be ever praying for a love so true. My guardian angel, I'll be thankful to you. Thankful to you. My guardian angel, thankful to you. Won't you hear my plea?
There you go. That one there going out to Bill Olb in New Jersey. Totally different arrangement on that one. You heard earlier in the program the Monterey's original version. This one that was 59. This is 1962. I don't know the gal on lead here either. The Marlls, their second of two on Tony March's Tammy Records, My Guardian Angel. And let us continue here now. Who did I play? Charlene, what was the group? Was it the who would we say that was the group out of Reading, Pennsylvania that we said you got to put here, you got to add to this, who we said that they became the Pretenders? Who was the group? It was, does anybody remember in the chat room who we said that was? She doesn't have it on here. What was it? Not the Scott, not the Moonglows. What group was it? It was, darn it. It wasn't the Chaperones. It wasn't the Little Anthony. It wasn't, okay. It was, so Charlene, you got to do a dotted tie to this, okay? So earlier we heard from the Sugar Tones from January 61 on the Canon label with How Can You Forget So Soon, requested by Jim Lampley. Well, John Cummins requests the same group, okay, but a later release by them, okay, on the Bethlehem record label, okay, and this again with Ralph Skip Pietrabone on lead. Now, I bought this record from Louis Silvani. He used to put out a set sale list, I guess, and I think there was small quantity at one time that for this 45 on Bethlehem Records, which was distributed by King Records at the time. November 62, here are the Pretenders on Bethlehem for John Cummins. It's called Ding Dong Bells. Here you go, John, for you, the Pretenders.
Ding dong, ding dong, dong. Mama, 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 ding, ding, ding dong, ding, ding, ding dong, ding, ding, ding dong. Mama, 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 mama,
Bill, I love you down. I never see you down. I still love her. That's why I you Bill. Searching the whole night through, just looking for someone like you. 'Cause I need you. That's why I you Bill. Bells all around, all over town, in my heart, say we'll never part. All over town, all around, they're even in my heart. Yeah, all over town, I never see you down. But I still love her, that's why I you Bill. Bells all around, all over town, in my heart, say we'll never part. All over town, all around, they're even in my heart. Searching the whole night through, just looking for someone like you. 'Cause I need you, that's why I you Bill. Mama, 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 Bill. Oh, 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 Bill. Ay, 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 Bill. Oh, me, oh, my.
That's going out to listener John Cummins. That's the sound of the Pretenders. The Pretenders from November 62, previously recorded a year earlier as the Sugartones on the Canon label. That one there on Bethlehem, a song entitled Ding Dong Bells is the name of that tune. Let us continue here. We are in 1962. Let's fill a request for Tim Doyle in Altoona, Pennsylvania. This artist born in St. Albans, Queens, New York. His name, Peter Blase Antonio, but he went by the name of Pete Antel. He was first a member of the Scarlets back in 1959 that recorded for the Dot record label. In 1961, he was the guitarist in a group called The Chants that recorded for the Verve record label. Also, a member of Jay Walker and the Pedestrians, recorded for Amy Records earlier in 1962, August 62, and then he went solo for Cameo Records. This is his first of two on the Cameo label. It's a song he wrote together with John Lind from October 1962. Let's give a listen to Pete Antel. Pete Antel on Cameo Records, and it's for Tim Doyle in Altoona, Pennsylvania. The song is called Nighttime. Here you go, Tim, for you, Pete Antel.
Sounds in the distance cry, linger then pass you by. I know that there is no other time. When you hold your baby close, nighttime.
That's the time you dream the most. Nighttime. It's a time for lovers to play. Nighttime. There's a picture in the sky. Nighttime. Of a million stars on high. Nighttime. And the moon, it doesn't seem so far away. Dip, 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 sha-da-da. Sounds in the distance cry. Sha-da-da. Linger then pass you by. Sha-da-da. I know that there is no other time like nighttime. Silhouettes come into view. Nighttime. As you whisper, I love you. Nighttime. And stardust sprinkles you from up above. Nighttime. As you run to hidden places. Nighttime. To be lost in her embraces. Nighttime. At the
That's going out to listener Tim Doyle in Altoona, Pennsylvania. You should be picking up the show out there. I know some people in Virginia, possibly in Altoona, are not getting the stream. I don't know. Well, listen, it's the Wi-Fi is what it is. But there you go. Pete Antel is first of two on the Cameo record label, October 1962. Nighttime is the name of the tune. Hopefully you put your clocks forward so you lost an hour's sleep. Johnny G did. I'm a little bit comatose today. But let us continue here. We got 4 more records to go before we sign off here. And let's fill a request now for listener Delwood Jeff's working on a new list to send Johnny G. I got one more that I hope I could find for you, Jeff. But he requested this gospel singer from Washington, D.C. He was in the group The Mighty Clouds of Joy and also the Sensational Wonders in the 1950s. His name, David Walker, was his name. In 1962, he was offered the chance to record some secular tunes, okay, by his manager, who was Ray Vernon, and who was Link Ray's brother, okay, which I think he's playing guitar on this, if I'm not mistaken. And he would change his name for that, not to associate with the secular from the gospel. He changed his name to Bunker Hill, had 3 releases on the Mala label, and I hate Mala Records. Painted on labels? Are you kidding me? How cheap can you go? And I hate Styrene 45s too, folks. But this is his first of 3, okay, on the Mala label. It's a song he wrote from June 62. Let's give a listen to Bunker Hill. Bunker Hill on Mala for Delwood Jeff. It's called Hide and Go Seek. Here you go, Jeff, for you, Bunker Hill.
Say, man, look here, man. Let's get together tonight and play some hide and go see. What's that? Let's get together and play some hide and go see. Let's go. What's that? When I love you, love you, love you, tickle, tickle, hug me, hug me, hug me. Who all here? Yeah. If you ain't hit, you better holler, baby, go. Are you ready? I'm not ready. Oh man, let's hide this time. I went down the road was muddy. I stomped my toe was hurting. Who all here? Yeah. If you ain't
June 1962 there for Mr. Bunker Hill. Bunker Hill, a.k.a. David Walker. And that one there going out to Delwood Jeff. That one there, his first release, first of 3 on the Mala label, Hide and Seek. Hide and Seek Part 1. There you go for Delwood Jeff. 3 more 45s to go. Let's move to 63 now. Fill a request for listener Joe Shacatano, as this group hails from Plainfield, New Jersey. Okay, and the group is called Eric and the Plazas. Not, Charlene, you got to change that. It's Eric and the Plazas. You got to put that on there. And Eric is really Eric Seijo, S-E-I-J-O. Now, he was the son of the label owner. His name is Ralph Seijo, and he owned this label called Production Records. And the Plazas, okay, they were Anthony Dome Ventura, Bobby Stern, Joe and Danny Ugarte. This tune written by Mildred Jager, and this is from 1963. Bought this from Greg a long, long time ago. It's not an easy record to find. For Joe Shacatano, here are Eric and the Plazas. The song is called I Wish. Here you go, Joe, for you, Eric and the Plazas.
Let me carry your books home the way you do someone else. I wish that you would look at me the way you do someone else. I wait at the school each morning, hoping that you'd pass by. And when the school day's over, I look for you outside. I wish that you could love me the way you do someone else. I wonder if he knows just how lucky he is, this someone else. Maybe someday you will find he's not the one for you, until I'll wish I were someone else. Someone else. I wish I were someone else. Someone else. Someone else.
Yeah, that sounds sounds of 1963 here as we start to wind down here. I got 2 more 45s to go here, and that one there, a cool tune for Joe Shacatano, Eric and the Plazas, 1963 on the Production label. Does this come on a purple? I think it comes on a purple stock, and that is the black DJ copy there. A song entitled I Wish, and that is with Eric Seijo on lead. Got to mention something here. I received an email from Bill Olb. Remember we played a record for Bill, My Guardian Angel by the Marlls? Well, he has that Virginia Greet is on lead. Thank you, Bill. Where'd you find, we'll talk tomorrow. Where'd you find that information, Bill? I'm just curious. Did Val have that information? Maybe. I don't know. But 2 more 45s to go here. We have one from 63 and one from 64. The closer is the most expensive record of the night, okay, which is for Paul Michel. But this one here is for listener Tom Shaughnessy, a flip side request from last week. This group hails from Bethpage, Long Island. That's in Long Island, well, New York. Okay, on the Hudson label. Now, last week we played the up-tempo, frantic side called Come On Girl, Be Mine. And Tom also, he requested that. He also wants to request the flip side ballad, co-written by the lead singer. His name is Jeff Kanew, Kanew. This is a 1963 release. I have a nasty label tear on this, but what do you want for a buck? It's sold for a buck. I said, I'll take it. Here are the 4/5. The 4/5 on the Hudson label from 1963 for Tom Shaughnessy. It's called After Graduation, okay? Probably I should play that I'm a Wine Drinker that I played last night, After Graduation. Anyway, the 4/5 with After Graduation. Here you go, Tommy Shaughnessy, for you.
Smile to keep tears from our eyes. In the years hereafter, we'll go our own ways. We've had our fun and laughter, but those were old days. Now the time has come for each of us to take his place in the world. Now that we've parted, we'll miss the friends we've had. Our new lives will have started. And maybe it won't be so bad. Yes, it will. Oh, it will. You know and I know it will. After graduation, things won't seem the same. You'll meet a friend on the street and won't remember his name. You'll leave behind your peace of mind and learn to play life's game. After
All right, there you go. That one there going out to listener Tom Shaughnessy. That is the sound of the 4/5, the 4/5 from 1963 on the Hudson record label. Jeff Kanew is on lead. Song entitled After Graduation. After graduation, John G used to have a big graduation party here. Now, all my friends, I asked my friends, what would you like to drink at the party? So they wanted to drink Heinekens and Molsons. Are they still around? Well, that's what I bought. So I had barrels of Heinekens and Molsons I think that's the name of the beer. And I said, you can't drink the hard liquor, though. That ain't, my parents are not going to go for that. But I had to keep tabs on those guys. But anyway, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G on this Sunday evening. Again, if you do have a request, you can email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Just figure if your request is 1958 or later, it'll be featured here on the Sunday night program. And so that is the best thing I can tell you. If you like the early side, send me some early requests, like from 1952 or whatever, will be played on the Saturday night show. But I think that's the best way. It gives me a little bit of leeway to filter in some specials like I did with Amy's suggestion, for instance. But I don't sometimes have that liberty on the Wednesday show because I got shut down. I missed like 10 requests for people. I would have gone on a little bit longer for that. But I want to thank everybody for tuning into the program this evening. If you have a request for a future show, any of the programs here, I'll be back Wednesday for the Soul Show. So if you dig soul music, you got a favorite soul record, email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number. And I want to thank Charlene again for her help tonight on the 1960s, 50s, and 60s show. And we're going to close the show tonight with an interesting record, okay? And this is a request for listener Paul Michel. Now, this group, they're from the Lincoln Heights section of Los Angeles, and I don't know where that is. Maybe some of you listeners tuning in Los Angeles know where that is, okay? And it's a travesty, okay, that this record was released or done so in 1964. This record was released in August of 64, and like the British invasion was here. There was no way this record was going to make it, and it's unfortunate, okay, because the music was so much changing on all genres across the board, okay, but that's what I say. It had no chance, okay. Now, I bought, who sold me this? Mike Noriega in California. He was a big soul collector, and he would, from time to time, come up with some good group records. And I met him through Greg Surik. So he called me up one day, and he said that he had, well, he didn't tell me how many copies he had. I think he told me eventually he had 3 copies of the record. He got it from the widow of the owner of the label. Okay, and this is on the Galaxy record label. Okay, Galaxy Records. A lot of cool soul records on the Galaxy label that I feature on the Wednesday night show. Now, this record produced by Cliff Goldsmith. Of course, that Cliff Goldsmith had success with novelty tunes for the Olympics on the RV record label. But this one features James Hubbard on lead. He's the lead singer. This group would record again in 1965 as Mr. Zulu and the Warriors on the Score label, which I think I have featured on the Wednesday night show. And this one from August of 1964, they're called The Showcases. Okay, it's the rarest record of the night as requested by Paul Michel. Now, the interesting thing was you probably could have gone into Relic Rack in 1964, in the summer of 64, and bought this record for 79 cents. Right, Bill Olb? Tell Don Folletti I want a couple copies of the record. Because they couldn't give the record away. But I would have taken a copy, that is for sure, especially with the music that I liked. And it's too bad because this record has become a very expensive and hard record to find nowadays. And it's our closer tonight. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in again. And we're going to send this one out, or this is a request for Paul Michel, August 64, The Showcases on Galaxy. It's called This Love Was Real. Okay, that's going to do it, folks. Everybody have a safe and happy week. I'll see some of you on Wednesday evening right here on YouTube and Oldies and More Radio. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Here you go, Paul Michel, for you, The Showcases.
This love, this love, this love. This love was real.
this love. Yes, it was this love that was so wonderful that no one in this world could calmly share the happiness. And as I look at the heavens up above, I still could see that love that was dear to me, because